Guy I could have been was, complacent or happy that he got something, right? But I wanted to take it by the neck and take it to the next level. I'm Gary Vaynerchuk, and I'm Director of Operations and co-owner of Wine Library and host of Wine Library TV. We're an over $50 million a year business. We have over 100 employees. We're one of the most visited wine websites on the internet. We are kicking butt a little bit. I've always dreamed crazy big. I fundamentally knew that the competition out there was not ready for what I was going to bring to the table.
If you're planning to raise a glass to toast your Valentine tomorrow, figuring out what to buy and how much to spend can be a real challenge. Gary Vaynerchuk is the host of WineLibraryTV.com. Hey, Gary, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Kind of what we sometimes think we get to do.
Yeah, we get paid for doing what we love to do, but it's not something that everybody in the workforce gets to do. And now you have this big recession, and people are trying to figure out, reevaluating what they do, how to make money doing what you like. Gary Vaynerchuk's his glass is half full. He grew his love for wine into a booming business. He's the host of WineLibraryTV.com and the author of the forthcoming book, Crush It! Turn your passion into profit in a digital world.
And by the way, you got a book deal for 10 books with Harper Studio. Tell us what we're talking about here. How does a guy...
and you have 145... How many people follow you on Twitter?
350,000.
Oh, my God. So
Why?
people
What are you
listen
doing?
to you. You are telling people
phenomenal.
something that they
we could start with that.
Maybe it's time to start a business. Our next guest has become what some folks call an internet I call him an internet celebrity. I got a lot of history with this guy. I love this guy. You're going to love him too. For his web efforts, welcome Gary Vaynerchuk, a.k.a. Gary V of Wine Library, a.k.a. Gary V of Twitter, a.k.a. Gary V of everything.
GaryVaynerchuk.com.
Gary,
I love it.
Listen,
All right, everybody, we're back. My next guest is the host of Wine Library TV, a very popular video blog that's been featured in the Wall Street Journal and Time Magazine. His new book is called 101 Wines Guaranteed to Inspire, Delight, and Bring Thunder to Your World. Please welcome Gary Vaynerchuk.
Hey everybody, it's Gary Vaynerchuk, author of Crush It. Check it out at crushitbook.com. Well, I guess you don't have to, you're about to get it. I want to thank Jay O'Hare for asking me to put together this video for you guys. Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Sounds fancy. I think that you've got to really think about what's going on in new media. I guess that's why Jay probably asked me to put this video together. Obviously I live and breathe this space. I, like you, come from a very traditional business market. I grew up in a family retail liquor store, very much a local New Jersey business. And I think, as I speak at, Inman Connect events, and I've spoken at a lot of different real estate events, I think a lot of real estate people think that because their world is local, and I know that's what you're probably thinking, kind of hyper-local. Yeah, you sold wine, but you could ship it in different places around the country. For me, I've got to sell homes or, commercial in this general area. I think a lot of people are missing the boat. I don't think they're understanding where technology is moving. As a matter of fact, technology is moving directly into your wheelhouse. As things like Foursquare and Gowalla start becoming more and more of the conversation, these check-in mobile devices that, yeah, you're going to have to go look it up, I know. But, what I want to tell you from an overview is that things are getting more hyper-local. And if you are not creating content, and if you are not creating community, the two core C's, the pillars of our business society, especially where it is today, then I think you're going to be out in the cold. I don't think, bus stop benches or direct mail is going to cut it. I don't think the stagnant, websites on Active Rain are going to make it happen. I think what's going to happen is very simple this. Whoever's going to out-hustle and out-try is going to win. I'm very fascinated by the real estate space for many reasons. One, as a little side note, I don't think that a lot of real estate people are that passionate about real estate. I think it's more of an economic play, to be honest with you. And I think right there, most of the opportunity and success crumbles. And that's what you'll read in Crush It. But, number two, it's a very lucrative opportunity. I'm stunned that more people aren't taking a flip cam like this and walking around the neighborhood and reviewing the restaurants and the schools and, the cool shops that make that area distinct. People are taking a little bit of video now of the homes, but we've seen that before. We've seen that on television. How about the general area? How about ringing the doorbell to the neighbor and asking them to, say something to the prospective new neighbor? Maybe like, get the hell out of here, but that's how it works sometimes. You can edit. I think that there's a very special movement in our society. Think about how many of you said you'd never get a Facebook account and now you have one. You know, social trends are happening, and the real estate market has a big opportunity. There's a lot of niche plays for your area that you can go about and create content and, more importantly, community. Looking at sites like ning.com. What about people that are interested in homes in the general area? So I think there's a new approach. I'm so disgusted when I hear I'm too old, I didn't grow up with this, or I don't get it, or this is not for our space, or this doesn't convert, or what's the ROI. A lack of awareness of what's going on right now is a telltale sign to somebody who can't execute or be victorious in the business world, because this stuff is obvious and blatant, and a lot of people are missing out on huge opportunity. And I really hope that you know, the reason Jay made me do this video, he made me, by the way, just my arm, you know, is because I'm a lot more like you than a lot of the other internet people. I'm not a techie. I wasn't somebody who had an Apple growing up. You know, I grew up selling lemonade, selling baseball cards, and worked in a bricks and mortar business, and I used, you know, online principles to grow my business from a $3 to $4 million a year business to a $60 million plus. That's just the line shot to my own personal brand, signing 10-figure book deals. There's a lot of opportunity. Drawing a line in the sand and saying you're too old, or you didn't grow up with it, or this is not relevant to our space, or we're too hyper local, would be a great mistake.